Hello. It's bloody April. You join me on Saturday afternoon. It's not even going to be a long run. Maybe like a 5k. Basically, up the hills and back home. Yeah, so next clip. So yeah, like I said, if you can see them in the distance, we're gonna head up those hills. I say hills, it's gonna be like to the foothills of the hills. So this is like this route used to be my mountain biking local loop, which I haven't done in a while. I usually leave it for the summer now, because mainly because components cost so much. Yeah, so like I was saying, this is like my local after work mountain bike sort of loop, which I sort of used to do all year round, but it's so boggy, it takes so long to wash the bike, and just components bloody cost. So I tend to leave it now for, I would say dusty summer, but it's still boggy up here then. It's always boggy up here. I blooming love it. It's like my childhood playground, these hills. So as I'm filming this today, this will be the first one I've actually filmed in terms of a run since, after saying in my last video that I hadn't had a place in Marathon already. That evening I had a confirmation email to say I had a place in the second ballot. So it's quite a way away. It's end of October. But it is, that is going to loom on me for the majority of the year, I think, as it is recognised as the toughest marathon in Europe. But if we get nice views, it'll be possibly some of the most breathtaking sort of backdrop you can ever ask for. Admittedly, this isn't bad. You got Carnalu Hill Fort. You got Valdrigan in the distance. Falcon Carwyn, well actually Volvedw over there. Falcon Carwyn's up and behind that. We'll be heading off-road in a sec now. As you can hear, the squelching. It's like this, even after a sort of a heat wave even. Right, next slip. Down and blast. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Carn Breseb in front of me. Then you got, no sorry, Can Goedog in front. That's Carn Breseb. And then this is Carnalu Hill Fort then. And then, once you win that tree gets out of the way, you got Valdrigan, which is the first of the Preseli Hill range. And as I was on about the squelching, I've just remembered as well, I have got my waterproof socks on, and it just suddenly made me think as well, thank you very much to Matt for the shout out again. Very kind of you. I'm really enjoying your videos with the trail running. And the vlog style video is really fun. I quite like the sort of showing the melancholy, because let's be honest, nobody goes out for every run in the best of moods. I'd argue you always come back from a run in a good mood. But yeah, trying to concentrate where I'm putting my feet. Oh boy. trying to concentrate on where I'm putting my feet here now, because there are dikes in this area where you will disappear below your knee. That I know for a fact, because like I was saying with the mountain bike loop, I cannot explain how many times I've gone OTB over the bars on this loop where my front wheel has just fully disappeared under me and I have just carried on going over. But it's all part of the fun, isn't it? And it was a lifesaver during several different lockdowns where you weren't actually allowed to drive anywhere. So having this, literally, I could do this loop in, I think it was about just under 20 minutes, I think, is the fastest I managed it on the bike. And it was great fun as well, because this was before I'd started running, because I was always one of these people that firmly believed running wasn't for me, because I was too big for running, which was really my error. But that came from basically years of just being told it'll ruin your knees. When you actually do research into it, it's actually better for your knees than not doing it. And if your knees are going to be packed anyway when you're older, you might as well have the memories of being able to do runs, meet fun people, do incredible races. That's how I look at it anyway. And I'm firmly of the belief, as long as you stick to doing plenty of strength and conditioning and mobility, that I believe there's no ends to when you can be running. I'd rather be at an age where I decide to stop running, not my body tells me to stop running. Nearly went flying. There goes the ankle. Blow me back. I think well, I'm assuming that was Storm Dara. Some nice firewood though. Those noises are just involuntary. Please don't fall on your bum, because you've been trained isn't a thing anymore, so you won't get 250 quid, guys. This was the section that made me fall in love with rock garden on the bike. So many of my friends absolutely hate riding rock gardens, but because basically the Preselis are just a natural rock garden, I just fell in love with it. The irony of the start of the run where I'm avoiding going through water and mud, it always happens in my head. I don't want to get my socks soaking wet right at the start, but then once I've passed the point, I just don't care. Anyway, I slip. Couple of mountain ponies there. This is the Avon Croewen, which eventually, I'm trying to think eventually runs into the Avon Bannon, I believe. Actually, no, possibly not. They might join the Nevern, actually. Have another. Whilst I'm running this run, I'm listening to the Running Channel podcast, and they've just said that George Mills has broken the British 3,000 metre record, and it was something like 7 minutes something, which has blown my mind. It's basically 2 back-to-back 4-minute miles. What a hero. Always blows my mind as well, because George Mills is Danny Mills, the footballer's son. Anyway, that was a bit rambly. Oh, there's a buzzard in the tree there. I'll have to take you one day on a run where there's a real territorial buzzard. Thought it was just me. I ran past it before and I got basically dive bombed and whacked on the back of the head twice. No, actually, yeah, twice, and the third time I'd got basically a stick out ready, terrified that I was going to end up hurting a buzzard. And then, like months later, one of my friends had put a thing up like, buzzard has just attacked me, and then one of my other friends had like, oh yeah, I've been attacked by the same buzzard. So I think they've even made a Strava segment for it now. It was like, run away from the buzzard. I've stopped here because this is the Avon Bannon, and this little stream, me and my sisters, when we were growing up, we used to play in this stream all the time. Used to have our wellies on, we'd throw things off the bridge here, watch it come the other side, dive in. This is where my dogs, when we still had them, learned to swim. We used to slide down that bank, and there's something really sort of peaceful about this place. Anyway, I got 200 meters left to do, and then that's 6k. and I'll probably call it at that then. Anyway, so that's the end of the run. It was a 6k. I'll have to find the stats after. So I just got a little, like, half a kilometre walk home from here. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for a few new subscribers as well. Thank you for everybody for just hanging around as well and being so kind in the comments. It's lovely. Shows how great the running community is. But yeah, so see you in the next video. Goodbye.